Hello, welcome to next section, Type Variables and Operators. This section gives you an idea of variable types and the various types of operators used in Python. Now we move on to the first video of this section, Variables. In this video, we are going to learn about assignment, data types, ASCII character set and arithmetic expressions. So, what is a variable? Variable points to the value that is stored in memory. When you create a variable, the interpreter will reserve some space in the memory to store values. Depending on the data type of the variable, the interpreter allocates memory and makes the decision to store a particular data type in the reserved memory. Various data types, such as integers, decimals or characters, can be stored by assigning different data types to the variables. Python variables are usually dynamically typed. That is, the type of the variable is interpreted during runtime and you need not specifically provide a type to the variable name, unlike what other programming languages require. There are certain rules or naming conventions for naming variables. The rules are: reserved keywords such as if, else, and so on cannot be used for naming variables. Variable names can begin with underscore, dollar, or a letter. Variable names can be in lowercase and uppercase. Variable names cannot start with a number. Whitespace characters are not allowed in the naming of a variable. You can assign values to the variable using equals or assignment operator. We will now illustrate the use of this assignment operator. Here we have assigned 3 different values to 3 variables using the equals operator. For the first line, we have used string variable assignment. For the second line, floating point number assignment is used, and for the last line, we have used an integer assignment. A single value can be assigned to several variables simultaneously, and this is called multiple assignments. For example, here we have assigned A, B, and C value 1. We will now look at data types in Python. Data types can be broadly categorized into 5 different types. They are numbers, string, tuples, list, and dictionary. Let us now learn about numeric data types. There are generally 4 numeric data types in Python. They are integers, long integers, floating point numbers, and complex numbers. Let us first learn about integers and long integers. Integers include 0, all of the positive whole numbers, and all of the negative whole numbers. The interpreter first checks the expression on the right-hand side of the assignment operator and then binds the value with its variable name. This process is termed as variable definition or initialization. The int or integer data type ranges from -2 raised to 31 to 2 raised to 31 minus 1. The leading minus sign shows the negative values. Let us look at an example. We enter this number, and since the number is a long number, the interpreter has added L to indicate a long integer. Next, we will look at floating point numbers. Numbers with certain places after the decimal point are referred to as floating point numbers in the programming language. The floating point number type ranges approximately from -10 to 10 raised to 3088 and has 16 digits of precision. There are 2 ways to write a floating point number. It can be written using ordinary decimal notation or scientific notation. Scientific notation is often useful for mentioning very large numbers. Let's check it out with help of some examples. When we enter this number, we get this result where the numbers are shifted to left by 8 positions. When we enter this, we get this result as the number will be out of the range. And on entering this, the numbers get shifted to the right by 3 positions. Next, we learn about complex numbers. A complex number has both real and imaginary parts, and Python allows you to specify this data type in a very easy and convenient way. This is the corresponding syntax and its alternate syntax. Here, x is the real part and y is the imaginary part. Here, j plays the role of iota. Let us look at a few examples. We first enter this number using complex method, and then enter the second number using the standard notation. When we print the numbers, the results are the same. We now move on to Boolean data type. A Boolean data type generally has only two values, true or false. The Boolean data type is a subtype of integers. This is its syntax. Boolean data types can be referred to as an on and off switch, which has only two values to choose from. Let's try these out. We define a variable x and give it a value, and then define variable y and provide a value. Here we try to compare the value of x with the value of y. We get result as false, and when we use the equal to operator, the value of the Boolean is returned as true. Next is string data types. A Python string is a contiguous sequence of Unicode characters. Single quotes or double quotes can be used to denote a string. For multi-line string representation, either of these can be used. This is its syntax. Syntax understanding will be easy with an example, so let us look at it. We enter this variable a and enter this string using double quotes. Next, we define a variable d and enter this string in 3 to 4 lines using 3 single quotes. When we print a, we get this result, and on printing d, we get this result. Let us learn about ASCII character sets now. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. The table shows the mapping of the first 128 ASCII codes to character values. The left column digits are the leftmost digits of the ASCII code. The top row's digits represent the rightmost digits. For example, the ASCII code of character A would be 65. For more information, you can visit the wiki page. Next, we learn about conversion functions. In order to convert a character value to ASCII code, the ORD function is used, and for converting ASCII code to character, the CHR function is used. Let us look at a few examples. We first use the ORD function on A, so that we get the ASCII code for A, it shows 65. Likewise, we can get the letter corresponding to a particular ASCII code with the help of the CHR function. This is how conversion works. Arithmetic expressions in any language comprise operands and operators. The table shows the precedence order. In an arithmetic expression, generally the rule of bracket, of, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction, BODMAS, is followed, and operators have their own precedence order. The decreasing precedence order is exponent, unary, negation, multiplication, division, modulus and addition, subtraction. The arithmetic operation involving both integer and floating point numbers is called mixed mode arithmetic. When each operand is of a different data type, the resulting value is of the more general type, and float is the more general type. Let's make it clearer for you with this example. We divide 11 by 2 and we get result as 5, and when we divide 11 with 2.0, the result is 5.5. Here, the less general type integer, 11, is temporarily and automatically converted into float 11.0. Then the calculation is performed. It is called mixed mode conversion. Let us now move to type conversions. It is easy to convert the data type of operands using a type conversion function. Let's understand with some examples. Let's input this line, and the result that we get is 4. In order to convert 4.77 into the int data type, the int function is used. Likewise, if you want to convert into long, use long function. To convert into float, we use the float function, and we use the str function to convert it into string. That's all about variables.